Morant. Oh! A jawbreaker! At the Grizzlies' den, it is Ja Morant.
Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and the other night I witnessed a robbery. The other night I witnessed Ja Morant rob Jordan Poole of the most improved player of the year. Postseason is here, and that means that the regular season is over. And with that, awards are being given out. The other night, Ja Morant won the most improved player of the year for the 2022 season. And I don't agree with the voters' choice for the award. Surprise, surprise. Now, I know why they chose Ja Morant to be the most improved player of the year. To me, Jordan Poole deserved to be the most improved player of the year for this season, and I'm hoping to rectify the mistake that was made by the NBA media by snubbing him and giving it to Ja Morant. But first, I want to acknowledge that first, I acknowledge why the voters gave Ja Morant the most improved player of the year. Number one, he's electrifying and mesmerizing to watch. He's a new guy and he just pops out of your TV screen. And his team just finished second in the Western Conference this year. A very tough Western Conference, right? They finished above the Golden State Warriors, and I think that's what really brought everybody's eyes to that team. Number two, he is the face of a new, thrilling, young, exciting team in the Memphis Grizzlies, right? So I think that's what captured the hearts of the voters. But all those things I mentioned don't constitute the most improved player of the year. And although Ja has had a significant improvement this year, I just don't think it's been as impressive as Jordan Poole's improvement. I think Jordan Poole's improvement has been more impactful and more impressive. And the reason I think that is because, to me, Ja Morant's improvement wasn't a surprise to me. To me, the reason why I don't think he's the most improved player is because he was the number 2 pick overall in the 2019 draft. Listen, back in 2019, we knew Ja Morant was capable of everything that he's doing right now. We knew that he had this talent. We knew that he just needed to mature his game a little bit to reach this plateau, this level, right? Hell, he could have been the number 1 overall pick if it weren't for Zion Williamson being in that same draft, right? So we knew the talent was there and we knew what we were getting. But that wasn't the case with Jordan Poole. No, Jordan Poole came out of nowhere. He is the embodiment of what the most improved player award is. Like, if you could, I think you should put Jordan Poole at the back of the dictionary when you look up that award. Like, that kid came out of nowhere. I mean, most of us didn't even know who Jordan Poole was prior to the season. That is how crazy he's been for the Warriors this year. Drafted with the 28th pick overall by the Warriors in 2019 in the same draft that Ja Morant was drafted. Like, could you imagine? Like, he came out of nowhere. He was in the same draft as Ja Morant, and he wasn't talked about at all. He went under the radar. Warriors kind of snuck up and stole him at the 28th pick. And to me, he's literally the definition of a late bloomer. And man, did he bloom. In the years Jordan Poole has been in the league, the 3 years that he's been in the league, he's steadily gotten better and better, and the numbers are there to show for it, right? Rookie season, he comes in, right? He averages 8.8 points per game, 2.4 assists per game, and 2.1 rebounds per game. Next year, 2020, he jumps up to 12 points per game, 1.9 assists per game, and 1.8 rebounds per game. And this is all done in less minutes than he did his rookie year, right? Third year, this year, where he has his huge breakout, he jumps all the way to 18.5 points per game. That's a 6.5 point difference from the year before, right? And he jumps up to that, and then he averages 4 assists per game and 3.4 rebounds per game. And mind you, this is all on a team that has Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. These guys are solidified champions, lethal scorers of the ball, and lethal distributors of the ball, right? So to come in and average these numbers and do what Jordan Poole's doing and be this impactful on a team is very, very impressive to me, right? Because usually on a team like that, it's hard for a young guy to get minutes, right? And less minutes means less time for you to develop your craft, less time for you to get better. And that's the thing about being a young guy and playing on teams that have superstars like either LeBron James, Kevin Durant, or Stephen Curry. You are an afterthought. Your development is an afterthought because usually those teams have a win now mentality where Stephen Curry, Kevin, they're the focus of the team and we gotta win now. And if our draftee blooms, then so be it, right? So for Jordan Poole to have all these stars around him, right, and still be able to climb his way all the way to the top and showcase what he's made out of is really impressive to me, because what that tells me is all of the improvement and all of the work that we're talking about right now happened behind closed doors. This happened at practice, right, where there was nobody to watch, nobody to see. He wasn't practicing against real life NBA players in real life NBA games. It was shot after shot in the gym. I don't know, God knows how many shots he put in, right? And that is something I can tip my hat off to, and that's something I can respect, and that's something I think deserves the most improved player of the year. Because like with Ja Morant, like we knew what he was, we knew how talented he was, right? And furthermore, what really irks me is the fact that Ja Morant was in the talks for most valuable player this year, right? And so I don't like that fact that once someone else kind of ran away with that award, ran away with the most valuable player, Ja Morant was taken away from that category and then he was put into most improved player. It's like, what's going on there, right? Jordan Poole, to me, encapsulates everything of what a most improved player is. Came out of nowhere, worked his tail off, and is being super impactful on the team, because so far his improvement has been all of the difference for the Warriors, right? It's allowed the Warriors to not miss a beat while Stephen Curry was hurt. It's allowed the Warriors to be the Warriors in the postseason. Stephen Curry was hurt just a while ago. It was prior to the playoffs starting, and Jordan Poole's tremendous play has allowed the Warriors to bring Stephen Curry off the bench and allow him to rest a little bit more. That speaks wonders. Imagine being Steve Kerr and not having to lose sleep at night, knowing that Stephen Curry is hurt, but I got this other young kid here that can do everything Steph does, right? Maybe not to the same caliber, but he does it well enough to the point where we're not gonna miss Steph, right? Like, we're not gonna miss Steph. We can bring Steph off the bench and we can let Steph rest for a more tougher opponent, right? Just in case if we do end up meeting the Phoenix Suns, our star player will be fully rested and fully healthy, right? I bet you that helps Steve Kerr sleep well at night, right? And that is impact. That's what you call impact on a team, right? Tremendous work to get to that point where you are literally making a difference. You're making the difference for your team, right? As opposed to Ja Morant, who was a starter for his team from day one. The minute Ja Morant stepped on the court as a Memphis Grizzly, he was the guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. That meant he was getting all the ample minutes that he was gonna need from day one to develop his game, to showcase what he had, right? A Ja Morant whose team went 20-4 without him. If you want to talk about impact, talk about that kind of impact. What kind of impact does Ja Morant have on his team? If your team can go 20-4 and not miss you, I gotta be scratching my head. I'm like, okay, well, are you really a necessity or are you the cherry on top, right? Like, Ja had all this time to really become the most improved player of the year, right? Like last year, the year before, like, he was the guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. And I think that's the difference. Jordan Poole literally coming out of nowhere, right? We're all surprised. We didn't see this coming, right? And they're giving credit to the Warriors front office for taking this kid and developing him. And that's one of the things that we don't talk about anymore in this league, the development of a young player. Jordan Poole, man, what I've seen from him this postseason has been incredible, right? He's had multiple 30-point games. He's performed so well in the playoffs that you would think he's a seasoned veteran. You would think he was there when the Warriors were winning all those championships, right? You think he was there with Stephen Curry, and like he's now the third Splash brother, triplets now, right? Those light skins in Golden State, man, something has to be done about them. It's just too much talent, right? And I think that's why, in my opinion, Jordan Poole deserves to be the most improved player of the year. And I think just because Ja Morant couldn't win most valuable player of the year doesn't mean that he should win most improved player of the year. And I'm hoping that this video does some justice and rectifies the mistake that the voters made this year. And yeah, I can't wait to watch more Jordan Poole. I just want to say, there's nothing, like, I have nothing against Ja Morant. It's just when you look at where Jordan Poole was a year before and where he is now and what he's doing for the Warriors, what he's doing for his team, it's hard not to give him that award. Those have just been my thoughts on the whole award. I can't wait to watch the Nuggets play today, and we'll see if the Warriors will close out the Nuggets tonight. But aside from that, those have just been my thoughts. If you watched all the way towards the ending, thank you for tuning in. This has been League Talk. I've been Emmanuel Camia. If you're into kind of content like this, then this is the channel for you. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you think the voters got it right, or if you think they didn't get it right, I want to know, I want to hear. Make sure to hit the like button for the algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe. So until next time, kids.